Hello everybody! When you're running virtual machines and Windows in any version, sooner or later you'll run against the recovery partition at the end of your boot partition, just when you want to make your boot disk larger. Ring a bell? This is Stef from Samayas and welcome to my channel. Well, whenever you install Windows or even Windows Server in a standard Windows setup scenario, Windows creates a recovery partition at the end of your boot drive. For a physical disk, if you have chosen the maximum capacity of that disk, in general, having a recovery partition at the end of that disk isn't really an issue. If you deploy Windows by applying images manually instead of the Windows setup scenario, well, then you don't automatically have this partition. But this is much more of an enterprise scenario with disk imaging and rollout tools. Now, when working with hypervisors of any kind, the physical disk that your Windows sees isn't the total physical disk space that is available on your hypervisor, but rather an assigned storage for what you need. And that might still be a physical disk on that hypervisor, or that might even be an iSCSI disk. And so, when you run into an issue where you've already decided to extend your boot disk of your Windows machine for whatever reason, because you just need more space, for that you first need to tweak your hypervisor and just assign more disk space. But then, when you go and look into the Windows Disk Manager, it'll detect the extra disk space, but you can't simply resize your boot partition because at the end there's a recovery partition blocking, even though your physical Windows disk has become larger. But so how do we temporarily get rid of this, since we cannot easily delete this recovery partition? Or can we? Let's dig in. So, if I open up my virtual machine first, I have a basic C drive and I have my recovery held partition at the end of my disk. So as you can see, after having resized the disk, well, we still have our C drive, we still have our recovery partition, but then at the end I have 20 GB of extra disk. And of course, I could create a new volume on that, but in general, we don't want that. We want to extend this partition. And here, simply choosing delete is not an option. So in order to fix this, we're going to start a command prompt and we're going to run this as an administrator. And once we have our command prompt, the first command we're going to type is reagency-info. And that gives us all the details of our current system and the state of the Windows recovery environment. And so as we can currently see, it is enabled. And so the first thing we now have to do is disable our Windows recovery status. So in order to disable it, simply type reagency/disable. And now our Windows recovery is disabled. And now if we rerun reagency/info, well, we have disabled it. Step 1. Now if we go back to our disk admin, well, we still can't do anything, right? So now we go back to our command prompt and we're going to start up DiskPart or disk partitioning. And it allows us to have a direct access to all the partitionings command line, which is exactly the same thing as our computer manager, but then to the command prompt. So here we type list disk. And in my system, it's very easy. There's only one disk. The disk is online. I have a size of 100 GB and I have 20 GB free. So I'll type select disk 0 because it's the first disk. Now I'll type list partition and that shows me again all those partitions. And if we do a quick compare, well, the first partition is the recovery partition, the second is a system partition, then we have a hidden partition, and only the fourth is the C drive, and then the fifth is the recovery. And we need to get rid of the fifth partition. And so, since we want to get rid of partition 5, we first have to select it, and we type select partition 5, and then now we can delete it. And we type delete partition override. And that executed correctly. And to see that we actually removed our fifth partition, we type again list partition, and suddenly our recovery is gone, and we only have our fourth primary partition of 78 gigabytes. If you go back to Computer Manager, here again, no recovery partition anymore. And now we can right click and we can choose Extend Partition. And so now, in order to extend this, we can do this again to the GUI, but we might as well do it to the command line. We simply choose Extend, we choose Next, and here it asks you the amount in megabytes which you want to extend. Now, we can go completely on the full amount, but then we cannot re-enable our winre and we cannot recreate the recovery partition. So instead, I'm going to choose 19.996 instead of 20 and leave 1 gigabyte over simply to recreate my recovery partition. And so I choose 19.996, I choose Next, and I choose Finish, and I have roughly 1 gigabyte over to recreate my recovery partition. Now recreating my recovery partition is slightly more complex, and that I'll do completely command line. So we still need to go in DiskPart. I've restarted from scratch again. I again type list disk. Again, I have only one disk. I choose select disk 0, and as I can see, I have 1000 megabytes free, and so I'll type create partition primary size 1000, and it created me a new partition. Now I need to format that partition, and for that I type format quick fs from file system ntfs, and as a label I give it Windows RE tools. And now that partition is formatted, I'll assign a drive letter temporarily of R, and so this is the very complex ID I need to assign to the R drive so that it will be recognized as a recovery partition. And my ID is set successfully. And now finally, I need to specify a GTP attributes with a very long OX8 and 14 zeros, then 1. Now my disk is ready and I can leave DiskPart. And next step, I need to create a recovery winre directory on my R drive. And so I'll create a directory R recovery Windows RE. And now you need to call xcopy, and we need to copy the winre.wim file, which is located under C Windows System32 recovery, and we need to copy that to the newly created recovery winre directory. And now that the file is copied, we can call reagent set reimage, and as a path our R recovery winre. And once that's executed, our reagent gives success. And now we can recall reagent/enable, and finally reagent/info. And our Windows recovery is up and running again. Mission accomplished. So once you know the trick, it's actually quite easy to get rid of the recovery partition. But Microsoft could still have made it more intuitive from my point of view. Now recreating it afterwards is slightly more complex. If you guys enjoy this content, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to this channel and hit the bell sign, or leave a comment down below.